Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video we're gonna go ahead and install a oil catch can on the FX37 or slash QX70. And right now we're gonna begin unboxing what I got. So these are actually gifted to me for Christmas. Was on my wish list. But we got dual catch cans, one for each of the valve stems. As you can see, both of the catch cans right there. Then it comes with two brackets right there, some Teflon tape, and then the little fittings that go on the catch can. Now, one thing that I have noticed is these hoses right here are nice, but they look like they're a little too big because we're gonna end up using the smaller fittings, which are going to be these right here. So there's like three sizes. You got a fat one, like a medium sized one, and then you got like the skinny one. This is the size that our valve stems are, and this is the one that we're gonna go ahead and use. So we got those. Here's the second one, and both of these are gonna go on both of these right here. So it's a pretty straightforward process, fairly easy. Now these are a little too big. I don't know if the clamp will seal it properly. So it has like a decent size. So like it kind of gets caught in, like barely. So the clamp would really have to hold on to it pretty good in order for it not to come off. As where the medium size does fit a whole lot better on this hose right here. So we're just gonna have to see what we can do. If it causes any issues leaking, we are gonna have to go buy some different hoses to make sure we don't have any issues with it leaking. Because the system is a closed system, so it creates a vacuum. And I know this from experience from my M45, because whenever I would go ahead and like take off one of the fittings, it created a vacuum and caused problems on the car. So you want to make sure that you don't have a vacuum leak, because it's going to create an issue. But here are the catch cans right here. It already has an O-ring right there, and they provide some extra ones, which are these right here, just in case. And this right here we got to take off. I'm going to use some pliers to go ahead and remove it because it is on there pretty good. And then once you remove this, you want to go ahead and cut a piece of this right here, and you want to put it in there. The reason that you do that is because the system and what it's designed to do is catch oil from going into the intake manifold. This slows it down, so when the oil gets here, it like gets stuck, and then it drips down and then sits at the bottom right here. There are some O-rings, which are these right there. You're gonna go ahead and add them to each one of the fittings that you're gonna be using. Are gonna go on the ends of the threads. So just push it up like that. So just like that. And then this is gonna go right here. And with that seal, it's not gonna leak. Just like that. And then tighten it down with an open-ended wrench. I'll check what size it is right now. And this is like the dipstick right here. So you take it off to check the oil level, see if it's high. I mean, this doesn't provide like a very good reading because it's black and oil gets pretty dark when it's old. Especially coming from the area that it's coming from. So if you can, try to scratch this up, which I'm going to do with like some sandpaper, and it'll stick a little bit better to it. Alright, so I got these pliers right here. Just grabbed it like that. And then I was able to twist it. As you can see, it's off now. It looks like they added like another section to this. That's crazy, so I'm not sure how to get this off now. But I have to put something like on the inside of the holes and then turn it. This is too big, it doesn't fit in there. Alright, let's see how we can do this. Alright, I was able to get it loose. I just grabbed these needle nose pliers right here. And I grabbed this from the other end. I was gonna mess it up. It's gonna scratch it, but I mean, you're never gonna see this because it's gonna be inside, so it doesn't matter. But we're gonna take this off, just like that. And then you're gonna cut a section of this to fit in there. I also just noticed that there's no hole right here. So that means that wherever I install this at, I'm gonna have to make a hole right here to mount up. Unless I mount it here and I mount it like right here somewhere. But I could even make 2 holes like that, mount it like that if I needed to. But we'll figure it out. Alright, let's finish up the other one and then we'll go check out and see where we can mount these up. Alright, so a good spot so far would be like this right here, having the cash can right there. But then over here I don't have that same, you know, flexibility of putting something right here. Now you could run just one catch can and just get a T-fitting to run to both on that single one. But mine came with 2, so we gotta figure out where we can put it at. The only other spot that I can think of is putting it like up here somewhere. But that's just plastic. On my M45 I actually mounted it somewhere right here. I had enough space to just put it right there, because I didn't have like double intake, so there was a lot more space in this area. Now if I had like aftermarket intakes, for sure this would free up like all of the space right here, and I could put both of them right here, honestly. They'll sit right there. It will sit just like that. And then same thing, the other one could easily sit right here. And then I would have enough space to be able to loosen it right here. There's a possibility there, but then I won't be able to get in there. I'll have to take off the catch can. Alright, so after really looking into this a little bit more on where I want to mount it, there's only 2 logical spots where I would want to put this at that makes sense, that would work, and I can still remove this bottom piece right here. So there's this right here, and then I would have to put the other one like right here. I've seen a bracket that somebody made that like extends out, so like it goes up here and then the other one connects there, but there's this hose in the way and then there's this hose in the way. I don't think that's gonna work. The bracket would have to kind of come up and I would have to sit like this. I mean, that would be pretty cool, but yeah, I just don't foresee it happening with having this here and then this intake box. So there's 3 things I can do. One is I could buy aftermarket intakes, and I would honestly prefer to do like the 2.5 long tube intakes that go to the front going up here. My other option would be to go ahead and place them up here like that, and I will still have enough space to remove the bottom piece because I already like tried it out, putting it at its lowest point, which is like right there, and see, I still have enough space to remove it. Same thing right there, and then the line would go like that, connecting right there. If vice versa. So that would be pretty easy, and I think that would also look pretty sick. Let's try this method right here. I think it looks sick, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I picked up a brand new Dremel. I've been wanting a new one of these for a while now. We're gonna go ahead and cut, I would say about right there. That way it still has something to grab to. All right, now that we cut a line through it, let's see if we can bend it. Ah, there you go, it's bending already. Just like that. You don't even gotta cut all the way through. As long as you can make a line on both sides, it'll come right off. I'm for sure gonna use this right here just to give it a clean cut. And then I have another attachment. Gotta make a hole right there so we can mount it. All right, I was able to get one hole right here. It doesn't need to be too big for right now. Just use this tool right here, made a hole. And then we're gonna make it a little bit bigger, just enough to fit a 10 mil in there. If we can get that 10 mil, we should be good. All right, so I got both of my cuts in there. Now we just gotta clean it up. All right, not the prettiest thing, but it'll do. Next step is going to be to attach these to the back. These are pretty long, so I would suggest cutting them. Okay, it looks like it might be a size 4. Alright, so those are on there really tight now. Now you can cut this. I'm gonna do it. I mean, you don't have to. In my case, I'm not gonna see it, but like, let's say you need a little bit more space, it'd be better just go ahead and cut it. Just like that. Yeah, just like that. And smoothing it out. Perfect. Then this is gonna go back right here. Okay, looking pretty decent. Alright, let's go ahead and test this out. Alright, let's see if it closes. Oh, it does. I feel like it is touching it though. This must be really close to it. I would like to lower it like a bit, but I don't know if I can. I would have to make the hole down further. My only problem with moving it down is being able to take this out. Okay, so that's how much space I need. I would just have to take out the dipstick, because it hits the dipstick right there. But in reality, I would need about this much space, so I can lower it quite a bit. Alright, we finally got it done. Had to cut off an extra piece right here of the other hole, because I noticed when I was trying to put this thing on there, right there, when you would mount this section, it was covering it, so I cut it just to leave that space right there so I can install the catch cam back on there. Alright, so let's go ahead and install these things right here. Let's start off with this one over here. We're gonna put this in first. the hoses. You want in from PCV to in, out to the intake manifold right there. So it's gonna technically go like this, like that, and then this one is going to go PCV and then out like that. Alright guys, so I had a little bit of a change of plan because I was not liking how the cash cans were sitting a little too high, and I tried doing like a little bit more research to see like if the cash cans should be sitting like high or not, and I found like a little bit of data saying that they shouldn't really be higher or a lot higher than the engine. It should be pretty close to leveled with the engine. If not slightly higher is fine, but not, you know, overly high, because then it's not going to allow the oil to get up there and then drip down into the catch can. So I actually put it in a spot right here. This is like the same spot that I kind of had mine on the M45. It was on the side and it did well. I always had oil in there, had no issues, so I feel a lot better of putting it on this side right here versus having it up there. Now I'm having a little bit of trouble on this side trying to figure out where I can put that one at, because I really don't want to leave it there. And honestly, this right here, this setup like that, looks a whole lot better than having it up there, in my opinion. Like, just look at it, like it just sits too high, it looks out of place. And this over here just looks like it was like meant to be there, right? This one, I just mounted it to that ground that was already there, and it's sturdy, not coming off. So we're good there. Now we just gotta find one for that one, and I really don't know where to put it at. I was thinking about putting it like right here, but then I kind of wanted to even out like this one over here, have it on both sides so it looks, you know, clean. Because if I put that one right there, it's just gonna look kind of off having one over there, one over there. So my only other option is to possibly drill a hole right here. I'm gonna try to remove this to see what's in there, see if I can add like a rib nut, and then I can possibly mount it right there, and it'll be pretty close to even on both sides. I think that'll look really sick. And you know, these areas are not really used for anything other than like the struts over there, and that's it, and the wires stay there. So it would be a good idea to put it there, because then it's not going to be in the way of anything. But yeah, let's see what we can do, see if I can get it to mount up somewhere over there. Alright, you guys are not going to believe this, but I went ahead and removed this little cap that was right here, and there's actually some thread in there. So we can go ahead and mount the other side right here. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So it's tight right there. I'll just like bend it, straighten it out, just like that. Alright, there you go. A little bit more straighter. That should be perfect right there. And got this thing. Alright, now that looks a whole lot better. That looks badass right there. So I'm going to go ahead and end up using the medium size fittings on the oil catch cans, only because of course everything else is like attached to the car, and I'm going to be using the clamps for those. So the reason I'm doing this is because the hose is like pretty big, so it doesn't allow the hose to sit on there properly. And I think they only gave me 4 clamps because for whatever reason I cannot find the other clamps that I thought came with the kit. So I can use these clamps on these fittings right there, because it holds it a whole lot better. It doesn't leave it all loose. So like this is gonna fit, see, a whole lot better. I gotta push it back on the hose. I'll say about right there. And then this is the out section, so we're gonna put this right in here. Just like that. And then grab this one. Push it in. Just like that. Now this one's not coming off. This is not coming off. Have a clamp down there. So I'm pretty much done, but I messed up on this one right here. So in is from the valve cover going up. This is in, so I need to swap this one over here. And then the same thing with this one, going in is actually from this side, out is this way. So I just need to rearrange these right here. So I'm gonna pull this one out. Put it over there. And then vice versa, take this one out. Go here. Just like that. And this one over here. And there you go. Now we're done. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this thing on. And here it is with the cover back on, just in case you guys want to see if the cover still fits. And it does. You just gotta move the lines a little bit out of the way. Like this one right there, this one right there. Same thing with this one. Push it to the side. Pull this one. And you're good. As you guys can see, it came out really sick. You can still use the cover if you wish, or you can take it off. Looks good either way. I'm honestly really happy with the overall result, how it came out. I think it looks really sick, having both of them like parallel to each other. Looks really clean. It almost looks like it should be like that. And if I had it up there, I honestly just feel like it was sticking out and it didn't belong there. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and end the video right there. I know it was pretty lengthy, it's like gonna be 20 minutes long, but I wanted to show you guys the entire process so you can see what I had to go through in order to get this done. There's quite a few modifications made to make it fit, but in the end we got it done. Now, one of the reasons you may want to pick up this specific system versus others is one, because of cost. This kit is like 60 bucks, and then the Dremel that I got is like 50 bucks. So you can say you would spend around, $100 to be able to do this. Now, if you compare that to other companies and other manufacturers that make oil catch cans specifically for this like engine, because I don't think I've seen any for the FX37 specifically, but for like the 370Z, G37, you have Mishimoto. That one is going for like $400 right now. Add W1 also has one, and I think theirs was like $200 to $300. You got Z1 that is also about $400, and then you got other options as well that are a little bit cheaper, but they will still like around $165. And I don't think that one was even completely plug and play like the other ones are. The cool thing about the Z1, Mishimoto, and all those other brands is that they're plug and play. It goes to a specific area and it mounts up perfectly. You just gotta install it. This one you just gotta do a little bit more work. I feel like this location where I put it up was really sick. Now the other location where I was gonna put it on the top and the back of the engine, I didn't think that was the best location, and it didn't look right after like putting it on. I just felt like it looked completely off and it didn't belong there, So that just threw it off. I didn't like how it looked, and then especially having to run the hoses up there,
It just looks so weird in my opinion. After moving it to the sides, I thought that that looked pretty sick, and I'm honestly overall really happy with the install. This is not going to make your car faster. It's not going to make it really perform better. What it's supposed to do is keep the engine cleaner because it's stopping that oil from getting past the PCV valves straight into the intake manifold. I did make a video not that long ago of replacing the gaskets itself on the intake manifold. And once we removed it, you could see that there was some oil buildup like around the area. It's going to stop that from happening, allowing oil buildup inside of the intake manifold and all those parts that are pretty much affected. So overall, it's a great buy in order to keep your engine clean, keep it running for a very, very long time. Preventative maintenance, it's what it's for. So if you guys are interested in picking this up, I will link it down in the description below. Pretty cheap, 60 bucks, and that concludes both of them, all the hoses, everything that I had. It came with everything. I didn't have to buy anything extra. I used the exact same parts that they provided, just modified them. But thank y'all for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.